Hello, welcome to your practice today. We're going to focus on hips and back. It's going to be a mixture of vinyasa and yin. Vinyasa again is breath through movement, so there'll be a little bit of flow, and then the yin is going to be the longer holds. So I just want to make sure that you've got 2 blocks handy for today's practice as well. If you don't, pause the video, take a minute to get a couple of those. If you don't have blocks, you can always use books or even like a cushion or a pillow. So again, take a couple seconds to get that if you need to, and then come back and join us on the mat. And as you come onto your mat, take a moment to sit up nice and tall, coming into your easy seat. If you have a half lotus or a full lotus and that's more accessible to you or more comfortable for you, by all means you can do that as well. You'll bring your hands to rest on your thighs. Palms up is to receive energy, or down to ground your energy. Close your eyes and take a moment just to begin to settle in. Notice how you've arrived on your mat today, where your energy level's at, how you're feeling physically, mentally, emotionally. Acknowledge these thoughts, these feelings, these emotions as they arise on the inhale. Let them go on the exhale. Remembering that so much of our unnecessary suffering comes from dwelling on our thoughts, our feelings, our emotions, instead of understanding that they're just a small part of us. They don't define us. And the sooner we begin to let go and to detach, the lighter our load begins to feel, the more we begin to flow with the waves of life, rather than trying to fight against them. I'm going to take a moment now to scan through your body. If there's any areas of tension, tightness, or resistance, start to send some extra love and oxygen to those spaces. Begin to soften, release, let go. And then come back to your breath. Noticing its natural rhythm, not changing it at all just yet, just noticing it. The breath has the power to tell us so much about ourselves at any given moment. A lot of times if the breath is short, shallow, or held up high in the chest, it's a good indication that we might be stressed out about something, or that we're physically pushing ourselves past our healthy boundaries. So if you're noticing your breath is like this, take a moment to first ask yourself why, and then begin to slow it down and deepen. Breathing in and out through your nose with that little constriction in the back of your throat, activating your Ujjayi breath, your yogic breath. It should sound almost like the ocean or Darth Vader. Begin to even your inhales with your exhales. Allowing these breaths now to become a vehicle to really center you in the moment. Again, letting go of any outside distractions, any to-do lists. Really just allowing yourself to be present here for these next 40-45 minutes. Give yourself 3 more intentional breaths right where you're at. And then begin to seal your palms together at heart center, still keeping your eyes closed or downcast. Take a moment here to set an intention for your practice today. Perhaps it's just to stay present for this next 45 minutes or so. Maybe it's to use an affirmation. I am strong, I am worthy, I am abundant. Maybe you want to draw this energy in for yourself, send it out to a loved one. Whatever it is, take just a few more moments to yourself. And then we'll come into our first posture. We're going to take the legs out nice and wide. Make sure that your knees are up, your toes are flexed in. Grab your blocks. We're going to bring them on level 2, which is that middle level, not the lowest, not the highest. We're going to place them right behind our knees. And again, knees are up, toes are flexed. Take a moment here to ground down evenly through your seat. You're going to begin to bring your right elbow, right forearm down onto that block. And you're gonna reach the left arm up and over. But as you do this, notice, is your chest facing the ground or is it open? Think of rotating that bottom rib cage up towards the sky, keeping your chin up, your bicep back by your ear. Now you can allow the head to hang right here, or you can slowly begin to bend your right elbow, making a fist or opening the palm, giving your head something to rest on. We'll be here for about a minute. Notice where you're feeling the stretch. Feel your intercostal muscles all along the rib cage beginning to expand and contract as you breathe. Just beginning to open up the ribs, the outer hip. Begin focusing on that yogic breath. If you feel like this is a little too intense, you can always take the block up a level. If you want to go deeper, you can always remove the block as well. Again, just making sure we're keeping the bottom rib cage up. We've got about 30 more seconds here. And on your next inhale, we're gonna come back to center. As you exhale, take a second to rotate down onto that left forearm. Right arm's coming up and over now. Again, bottom rib cage up, staying here, going higher with that block or lower. Your choice. It might be different from one side to the other. It's totally fine. Come back to your breath. Even out the imbalance from your right side to your left side. On your next inhale, we'll come back to center. Bring those blocks in front of you just in case. Take a moment here again to get situated evenly through your seat, and then take that meaty part of your glutes, lift it up. What that's gonna do is it's gonna guarantee, one, that you're right on your sit bones, and two, it's gonna help that nice forward tilt there in the pelvis. I want you to start out by just planting your hands on the floor in front of you. Roll the shoulders down your back. Think of almost poking your booty out behind you, really lengthening through the crown of your head and your tailbone. And then we want to lead with the heart. So if this is enough, you feel a nice stretch here in the inner groin, you can stay right here. If you feel like you can take it deeper, we start to walk the hands out in front of us. And again, maybe staying here, just pressing the floor away, leading with the heart, flat back. A lot of times when we come into this pose, we round forward. We don't want to do that. We want to keep the back flat. That way we feel that stretch there in the inner groin. So a lot of times when we have lower back pain, it's associated to tight hips, tight quads. So we're really going to focus on those areas as well as some back stretches today. You can stay here if this is enough for you. If you feel like you can sink it down onto the forearms, come down onto the forearms, but again, keep the back flat. If you come to the forearms and that's too intense, bring the blocks underneath your forearms to raise the floor up to you. Find a height that works with you. If you feel like you can take your chest all the way to the mat, again, leading with the heart, back is flat, you can begin to do that as well. But do not force it, listen to your body. Meet yourself where you're at. It's different every single day. Use your breath to send into those tight spaces to slowly soften and release. We'll be here for about another 2 minutes. No. Hey, no. Take 3 more breaths right where you're at. And then very slowly on your next inhale, start to walk yourself back upright. And then from here, we're gonna grab behind the knees, lift the knees up, bring the feet towards the center of your mat. We're gonna take the legs out nice and long. Grab your blocks. We want those for this next posture. We'll turn around this way so you can kind of see the setup a little bit better. Take that first block on level 3, the highest level, place it on the back of your mat. The next one is going to go on level 2, which is that middle level, and you want to position it way up high in between the shoulder blades. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna climb back onto that first block first, again, way up high in between the shoulder blades, and then reach above for that second block. It's gonna go right at the base of your skull, top of your neck. And then from here, we're just gonna tee the arms out. We're just letting gravity do the work here. Close your eyes, soften your chest, your belly, relax your shoulders down away from your ears, and begin to deepen your breath. This is a nice rebound there for the upper back, the shoulders, after that deep forward fold we just did. On your next inhale, I want you to reach the arms back like you're taking a nice big good morning stretch. Flex your toes in the opposite direction. Feel your side body beginning to lengthen here. And on your next exhale, cactus your arms. Bring your elbows in line with your armpits. And then pull your elbows in the backs of your hands down towards the floor. Feel that opening across your collarbones a little more. And on your next inhale, reach again, big breath in. Exhale, find that cactus. We're gonna take 4 more of those with the breath. Inhaling to reach, extend. Exhale, cactus, goalpost those arms. 3 more. Hold that cactus for 3, for 2, and 1. Slowly sweep the arms down by your side, palms down. Take a few more breaths right here first. And then begin to press into the hands, the forearms. Slowly start to walk yourself upright. We're going to take those blocks off to the side for now. And then we're gonna roll over into our tabletop. Stacking your wrists below your shoulders, hips above your knees. There's about a fist distance between your chin and your chest. The gaze is down at your mat. From here, I want you to make sure you keep that straight line, hip above knee right here. You're just gonna simply walk your hands forward, sinking your heart straight down. As you come down, you come to your chin or your forehead. If you come down and you feel like it's too intense, you can raise the floor up to you by bringing the block underneath your chin or your forehead. And make sure you're not clenching your jaw, you're remembering to breathe. On your inhales, finding length in your spine. On your exhales, slowly sinking your heart closer to your mat. Take 5 more intentional breaths right where you're at. Where can you soften? Where can you deepen? On your next inhale, begin to lift your chest. Walk your wrists back underneath your shoulders. Tuck your chin, tuck your tail, hollow out the belly, press the floor away. Find that rebound there in your shoulder blades. Nod your head yes a few times. Shake it no. And then begin to find stillness. On your inhale, arch your spine, lift your heart, lift your tail. As you exhale, hollow out the belly, chin to chest, press the floor away. We're gonna take 4 more of those with the breath. Again, inhaling to arch. Exhale to round it in. Press the floor away. 3 more. coming into that neutral tabletop. I want you to step the right foot outside your right pinky, and then maybe scoot that left leg back if it's comfortable, widening your stance. Otherwise, stay where you're at. And then we're gonna take that left ankle off of the mat to the right side. Take your right arm to the sky, look up at those right fingers, or left arm to the sky, excuse me, look up at those left fingers. And then begin to engage your core. We're gonna come all the way up. As you do that, heel toe your right foot to the center of your mat. Peel the right knee closer to the right pinky edge of your foot, feeling that stretch there in your inner groin. Coming into a nice modified warrior two here. On the inhale, we're just gonna simply lunge it forward. As you exhale, bring it back. 3 more. Good job. Come forward. Lift the palm towards the sky. As you exhale, high five the back wall. Take the left arm down the back, left leg. Big breath in, reach. And as you exhale, cartwheel the hands down to the mat. Frame that right foot. Take your left foot straight back now. On your inhale, lengthen through the crown of your head and your tailbone. As you exhale, take the hips back. Straighten your right leg. Pop the right toes to the sky. Let your upper body be heavy, but keep pulling that right hip back. Feel that stretch from your heel all the way to your glutes. And then we'll move through those 2 motions 3 times with the breath. Inhale to the top of your mat, lift your heart, sink your hips. Exhale, take it back. 2 more. Good job. Go ahead, come back up to the top of your mat. Heel toe that right foot all the way over to the left side of your mat. Lay your shin bone down naturally. You might need to slide the heel closer in towards the groin. Keep your hips square to the top of your mat. Slide the left leg straight back. Take a moment, make sure that left toes are pointed straight back. If there's a big gap underneath this right glute, stick your block underneath there. It's gonna keep alignment there and it's gonna give you some more stability. And then I want you to walk the hands in nice and close and then wide here. Press the floor away, roll your shoulders down your back. Lengthen through your spine. Take 5 deep breaths. On your next exhale, bring the hands back to the center of your mat. You can stay here, or if you'd like, you can start to walk it forward. Now you can sink it down onto your forearms. You can stack your fists under your forehead. You can bring a block underneath your forehead, or you can come all the way down. Again, it's different for each of us. Listen to your body, meet yourself where you're at today, and then come back to your breath. Notice where you're feeling tightness. Send your breath there. On your next inhale, start to lift your chest. Walk the hands in towards your body. If you're using a block underneath that right glute, we're gonna move that out of the way first. Shifting the weight over to the right side. Bring your left leg around to the top of your mat. Keep your right foot inside your groin. Align your heart with your left knee. Flex the left toes in towards your face. This protects your knee joints. On your inhale, reach your arms to the sky. And as you exhale, fold over that left leg. Grabbing your shin, your ankle, or your foot, tucking your chin in. bringing your forehead to your knee. Now, if your forehead doesn't touch your knee, bend your knee a whole lot until it does. And then use each exhale to slowly try to straighten that leg out, keeping that forehead to knee connection. Make sure your shoulders are level. We're not putting too much weight into one side of the body or the other. Relax your jaw, soften your belly, and deepen your breath here. On your next inhale, slowly start to rise. You're gonna plant your right hand behind your right glutes, pressing into your right hand, your right knee. On your inhale, lift your hips, reach through your left fingers, and then press the hips forward, allow the head to hang if that's comfortable for you. Take another big breath in, reach back a little more, really finding that back bend. And as you exhale, take it back down onto your seat. Sweep the legs back around behind you. We'll come into our tabletop once more. We'll reset here with 3 more cat-cows. Inhaling to lift the heart, the tail. Exhale to round it in. 2 more. Coming into that neutral spine. We're gonna go ahead and step the right foot wide now, left foot wide outside your left pinky. Take your right heel over to the left side of your mat. Take your right arm to the sky and look up at those right fingers. Really peeling that right arm back. Think of stacking your shoulders here. And then begin to engage your core, rise all the way up. Heel toe your left foot to the center of your mat, and then peel the left knee closer to the pinky edge of your foot. Relax your shoulders. Inhale to lunge it forward. Exhale to bring it back. 3 more. Good job. Take it forward, flip the front palm, reach. Exhale, high five the back wall. Take the right hand down the back of your right leg. Big breath in, reach back a little more. And as you exhale, cartwheel your hands down to the mat. Frame your left foot, take the right heel back. Lengthen through your spine again on your inhale here. And as you exhale, take the hips back, left leg straightens, left toes to the sky. Upper body's heavy here. Deep breaths once more. And now those 2 movements with the breath. Inhale forward, sink the hips, lift the heart. Exhale, take it back. 2 more. Beautiful. Come back to the top of your mat. Take your left foot over now to the right side. And again, laying that shin bone down naturally. Slide the heel in as close as you need to the groin to where it's comfortable. Take that right leg back. Right toes are straight back. Again, using a block underneath that left glute if there's a gap. Bring the hands in nice and close. And wide shoulders back. Lift your heart. Press the floor away. 5 deep breaths. On your next exhale, bring your hands back out in front of you to the mat. Staying here or slowly start to walk it down once more. Again, finding a height that you're comfortable at, remembering to breathe. Let your next inhale start to bring you up. If you're using a block underneath that left side, we're gonna move that first. Shifting the weight now to the left. Bring your right leg around to the top of your mat. This time the left foot will go inside your inner groin. Align your heart with your right knee. Flex your right toes in. Inhale, reach your arms to the sky. And as you exhale, fold over that right leg. Again, grabbing your shin, your ankle, or your foot. Bringing your forehead to your knee. Leveling out your shoulders. Softening your belly, your jaw, and then deepening your breath once more. Inhale to rise. Take the left hand behind your left glute, pressing into your left hand, your left knee now. Inhale, lift your hips, find that modified wild thing. Again, allowing the head to hang if it's comfortable. Press those hips forward, really reach through your right fingers. Take another big breath in. And as you exhale, take it back to your seat. Sweep the legs around behind you. Coming back into that tabletop. Again, resetting here with 3 more cat-cows. Inhale, arch your spine. Exhale, round it in. 2 more. Beautiful. From here, I want you to walk the knees out as wide as your mat. And we're gonna come sit down in between the heels. Now, if this is uncomfortable for you, grab your block, bring it underneath your seat. If it's still too much on one block, stack 2 blocks up. Give yourself something to rest on. It's gonna be different again for each of us depending on the flexibility there in our quads. But again, if you have lower back pain, odds are it's because your quads are really tight. So we wanna stretch that area today. Now, if you're sitting on a block or 2, you're gonna stay right where you're at, maybe resting your hands on your thighs, or maybe start to walk the hands behind you, fingers pointing towards the top of your mat, rolling your shoulders down your back and just lifting your heart to the sky. You can keep your chin up or you can let your head hang. And I just want you to breathe there, noticing where it feels tight, where you're stretching. And again, bringing that awareness there helps the blood vessels dilate, allows the energy to move more freely. Now, if you're not on the block and you're comfortably seated in between the heels, we're gonna take the hands behind us, again, fingers pointing towards the top of the mat. Roll the shoulders back, puff up the chest, lift the heart, chin is up, or head hangs. If we're comfortable here, we're staying here breathing. Breathing into those tight spaces. If you feel like you can still take it a little deeper, you can start to come down onto your forearms. And again, rolling the shoulders back as you do that, keeping the heart lifted, squeezing those shoulder blades, chin up or head back. And if you still feel like you can take it a little deeper, at this point, you can start to release all the way down onto your back, but do not force it. If your knees lift up off the mat, it's a good indication you've gone too far back. You need to sit up a little bit. If you come all the way down, you can relax your arms by your side. You can tee them out, or you can reach them overhead. And coming back to that yogic breath we started our practice with, we'll be here for about another minute. breaths. Be intentional with those exhales. Where are you sending them? Slowly, if you came all the way back, bring your arms down by your side. Begin to walk yourself upright. If you didn't come all the way down, again, still taking your time, we're gonna slowly come upright. If you've got a block underneath your seat, we're gonna move that first, and then we're gonna shift back forward into our tabletop. And as we come into our tabletop, we're gonna take the right leg back first. Keep your toes on the mat, press that heel back. Feel your calf release, draw a few circles with your ankle. Again, stretching out your toes, the bottom of your foot. Maybe bending that knee a few times. Maybe drawing some circles with it in one direction and then the other. Just getting the blood circulating through that right side first. And then right knee will meet the left. Do the same thing on the left side. Whatever you did on that first side, we always do on the second. Yoga is all about balance. We just want to make sure the blood's circulating through there again. And then from here, you're gonna step the right foot outside your right pinky, the left foot outside your left pinky. Bring your heels in, your toes out. Sink your hips nice and low, coming into our yogi squat. And then take a moment here. Maybe sway it from side to side a little. And then find stillness. We wanna make sure the feet are flat on the mat, so maybe you need to go a little wider with them. If this is too intense, bring a block underneath your seat, okay? If that's still too intense, you can always sit all the way down, heel toe your feet out nice and wide, and just gently press your elbows into your thighs here. You can make prayer hands or fists. If you're up in your squat, again, elbows press the knees back, prayer hands or fists to go deeper. Roll your shoulders down your back, lengthen through the crown of your head and your tailbone. 5 deep breaths here. On your next exhale, plant your hands straight in your legs. Turn your toes forward and then heel toe your feet towards the center of your mat. Keep about 2 fist distances between them. Bend your knees a whole lot here. Drape your torso over your thighs. Let your head and neck be heavy. Grab for opposite wrists or elbows and just gently sway it out. Nod your head yes. Shake it no. Draw some circles with your shoulders in either direction. Getting rid of any tension along the back, the neck, the spine. Letting it all go here. Now we keep the knees bent because we're looking for that decompression in the spine. So on your next exhale, release your hands down to the mat. Go ahead and bring one of your blocks in front of your face on level 1. You're gonna bring your right hand onto that block. Bend your right knee a whole lot. Straighten your left leg. Reach your left arm to the sky. Look up at those left fingers. Peel the left arm back, really stacking your shoulders. Staying here or bringing that left hand to the small of your back or to your right hip crease. On your next inhale, roll that left shoulder open a little more, and as you exhale, let your head be heavy. Take some deep breaths here. Inhale, reach the left arm to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Bring the left hand down, bend the left knee, straighten the right leg, reach the right arm up. Peel that right arm back or take the bind. Roll your shoulder open on the inhale. Let your head be heavy once more on the exhale. Keep breathing here. Inhale that right arm up. Exhale, forward fold. Let everything be heavy once more. Maybe finding another little sway. And then finding stillness. Plant your hands on the mat. Step back down into your tabletop. We'll take 3 more cat-cows here. We're gonna go ahead and sweep the legs around in front of us. Plant the feet on the mat, knees bent. Have your feet about 2 fist distances apart. Scoot your tailbone close to your heels. Come all the way down onto your back. Reach down, make sure you can graze the back of your heels with your fingertips. If you can't walk your tailbone closer until you can. Ground down through your feet, pull your low back into the mat, and as you inhale, round your pelvis to the sky. You're gonna take one of your blocks, either on level 1, the flat level, or level 2, the middle level. Slide it underneath your sacrum. That's the triangle bone at the very base of your spine, top of your glutes. And then you're gonna bring the hips down onto this block. Now you can stay here with the knees bent, feet on the mat. You can bring the soles of your feet together, let the knees fall wide. Or you can extend the legs out long, keeping your heels on the ground. Arms can relax by your side. You can tee them out, or you can reach them overhead. Tons of options here, so take a few seconds to play around with it, see what's most comfortable for you and your body today. And then commit to the stillness, bringing your awareness to your lower lumbar spine. Putting this block here creates space there in between the vertebrae, helps relieve tension and get rid of lower back pain. Right where you're at, take a deep breath in. Hold that breath at the top. Open your mouth side out. On your next exhale, bring your arms back by your side, underneath your thighs. If you open the knees, gently close the knees together like a book. If you brought your feet on, extended your heels out, bring your feet back onto the mat, knees bent. You're gonna press into the heels, lift the hips. Slowly slide that block out from underneath of you, and then you're gonna gently bring your low back into the mat and hug your knees in towards your chest. Gently rock it from side to side a few times. And then begin to find stillness. Let the left leg go out long. Draw your right knee in towards your right armpit, compressing the side body, maybe drawing a few circles with that ankle in either direction again. And then finding stillness. Inhale, squeeze the knee in a little tighter. And as you exhale, you're gonna take your right knee over to the left. Slide your left hip underneath your right so that they stay stacked. Your right arm's gonna go out, gazes up or over to the right. One more breath in and out. Stay for the inhale. And as you exhale, gently unwind. Give that right knee a good squeeze. And then take it out to meet the left. Inhale, bring the left knee in. Again, more towards your armpit, compressing that side body, maybe drawing a few more circles with your ankle. And then finding stillness, inhaling that left knee in a little tighter, and as you exhale, take the left knee over to the right. Remember to stack your hips. Left arm is out, looking up or over to the left now. Allowing the twist to begin to neutralize your spine. Gently massaging your internal organs here. One more full cycle of your breath. And on your next exhale, slowly unwind, squeezing that left knee in now. Bring the right knee in to meet the left. Open those knees nice and wide. Soles of your feet to the sky. Keep your knees bent, grabbing your hamstrings, your calves, the inside or the outside of your feet. We're going to find our happy baby. Take a moment here to gently rock it from side to side. Give the muscles of your spine, your low back a little massage. And then find stillness and center, really pulling the knees down as you press your heels up. Sink your tailbone into your mat. Feel your spine lengthening, taking 3 deep breaths here. On your next exhale, release. Hug your knees in towards your chest one more time. Take a deep breath in. Squeeze as tight as you can. And as you exhale, release those legs out. Begin to get comfortable in your final resting pose. Close your eyes. Relax the muscles in your face, your neck. Walk your shoulders down away from your ears. Let your arms be heavy. Soften your chest, your belly, and just begin to deepen your breath here. If those distracting thoughts try to arise, simply remind yourself, I am breathing in. I am breathing out. Giving yourself the time, the space to just be still, to observe the thoughts that are coming and going with your breath, to observe the changes that have taken place in your body since you got onto your mat this morning or this afternoon, whatever time of day it is for you. And just allowing your practice to continue to integrate. Back to your breath, to the present moment. Again, still allowing your practice to continue to integrate. I apologize for the dog barking. That's what happens when we do yoga at home. Again, letting go of those outside distractions. Giving yourself just a few more moments here. To be still, to be quiet, to observe. circles wherever your attention has wandered. It's perfectly natural. Start to deepen your breath. Invite in little movements. Wiggle your fingers, your toes. Draw some circles with your wrists, your ankles. Turn your head left to right a few times as you bring awareness back into your body, into this space. Your next inhale, reach your arms overhead, flex your toes in the opposite direction. Find a nice big good morning stretch, reawaken all the muscles in your body. And as you exhale, gently roll to the fetal side of your choice. Use your arms as a pillow. Smile for giving yourself this time today. Remind yourself why you get on your mat, why you continue to get on your mat. And when you're ready, gently press yourself up to sit. We'll take one more breath together to seal our practice. And as you come up, bring your hands onto your thighs, open to receive. As you inhale, take your arms out and up, gather up all that good energy we created in here this evening, this morning, this afternoon, whatever time of day it is for you. And as you exhale, bring your hands into heart center, sharing that love with everybody you come into contact with. Our world needs it. Still keeping your eyes closed or downcast. Bring your prayer hands to the crown of your head, silently saying to yourself, may I always stay connected to my divine higher power. Center of your brow, your third eye. May I always stay connected to my intuition. Your lips. May I always have the courage to speak my truth. Your heart. May I always stay open to all the love that is freely flowing around me. Your solar plexus chakra just above your belly button. May I always stay connected to my Anji, my inner fire. Your sacral chakra just below that. May I use this fire to be creative and share this creativity with the world around me. Place your hands on the earth and feel that connection to Mother Earth. Remind yourself of that connection that we share with her and with every living being. And just say thank you. One more time, take the arms out and up, saying to yourself, truth is my essence. Bring this beautiful essence into your heart now. Big smile on your face, little tuck of your chin. The light in me honors the light in you. Thank you for letting me guide you through your practice, your moving meditation. Have a beautiful rest of your day. Namaste.